Guys, it's been a while since I did a nail polish brand collection video. I don't even remember the last one I did, but I will have them linked down below if you're interested. But today I want to do my OPI collection and I'm gonna do it a little bit different, the editing style, and let me know which one you prefer. So let's just get into it because I have quite a few to cover. I want to group them more in a similar color scheme so that you can compare some of the shades. Hopefully that helps. So let's just get started with pinks and reds because I don't have a whole lot of those, I believe. I have a lighter pink from the Hello Kitty collection, and this one is called Charming and Sugar. It's a lighter metallic pink with a lot of silver glitters inside. It looks pretty and it can get opaque on its own. Starry-Eyed for Dear Daniel. This one is another one from Hello Kitty collection, and this one is much darker, you can see under comparison. And this one has less glitters inside. It's more like a shimmery finish. It also can't get opaque on its own. Pussy Galore is something I recently wore actually. This one is a liquid sand finish, which means it's a textured polish. It has a lot of silver kind of frost to it. I'm not sure if I really like it on my skin tone all that much, but it's definitely a very unique color. Mod About You is similar in color, but this one is like a classic color for me. I really enjoy it. The formula isn't really the best, but it's just really good looking, I think. And I still haven't found a dupe for it, so I always go back for this in the spring and summertime. A couple purple-ish color here. The first one here is a classic. I love this shade. It's a Lucky Lucky Lavender. It's definitely just a true lavender color, and the formula is pretty good. Compare it with Mod About You. You can see Mod About You here is a lot more pink and also more pale, so they're quite different. This purple is more like a true purple, but it has a very strong, almost like glass effect sheen to it. It almost qualifies as a duochrome, I feel, and the color is called Significant Other Color. Do You Lilac It is like a mid-tone purple color. It's definitely purple compared to Lucky Lucky Lavender. See the difference here? And I think they both look gorgeous for the spring and summer. I have You're Such a Budapest. This one is more like a blurple compared to Don't You Lilac It. Don't You Lilac It has a lot more purple and pink in it, and this one has more blue. So they're both very unique and different. Barefoot in Barcelona is more like a rosy nude color. It's not so pink, but also it's like so much of the flush tone in it. It's a little hard. It's like a borderline color. This is a new addition to my collection. I haven't tried out the formula, so hopefully it works out for me. A couple brighter colors. I don't usually wear brighter colors a whole lot, so this is pretty rare for me. This brighter color is Santa Monica Beach Peach. I feel it's a tongue twister. It's really hard to say. Anyways, this is a really bright orange color. It looks almost like a jelly. It looks squishy on your nails. It's pretty. And this hot pink color is Susie's Hungry Again. This one has a slightest silver sheen in it. It almost feels a little frosty, but not really. It's pretty unique in my collection. Since we're talking about brighter colors, I have a few more that are more like orangey yellow-ish. This one is a true yellow. It's Good Grief. It came from the Peanut collection. I love this one. It's such a good yellow, and it's like the perfect crayon yellow for me, and the formula is really good as well. And I have this more like a mango shade. This one is called No Tan Lines. It's like a mango shade. And then the last one is Where Did Susie's Mango, but this one, the name of it has mango in it, but it's a little bit more pink if you compare them. No Tan Lines is a little bit more orangey and yellowish. I only have 3 reds from OPI. I know OPI does really good reds, but I don't wear reds almost like never. So I don't want to have a huge collection of them. The first one, this red doesn't really even count because it's liquid sand and it's a shimmery finish. It has a lot of golden shimmer in it. So it doesn't really qualify as a classic red, I don't think. And the color is called Magazine Cover Mouse. The other two are more like the true red, and this one is Coca-Cola red, and this one is Race Red. And Race Red is a little bit more tomatoey and orangey, you can see under comparison, and Coca-Cola red is a little bit more cherry-like. Red Fingers and Mistletoes, this one is very similar to the Magazine Cover Mouse, but it's just a shade darker apparently, but they both have a very strong gold shimmer running through it, so it looks pretty. You can see the difference here. Just Be Clouds is one of those winter shades that came out a couple years ago, maybe more than a couple years now. Anyways, this one is like a deep cherry in my mind. It's like very purple leaning, and it looks gorgeous on your nails, and for the fall time I think it's just a classic color to go for. It's a Piazza cake, got really popular like 2006 16, 17, I think. This one is like a really different burnt orange color. It's very unique in color and the formula is really good. Appears to be tan, is very brownish and it also has a lot of orange in it. But you can see under comparison, it's a piazza cake, looks a lot more red. But this one also, it's a very unique color for the fall time, I think. Going My Way or Norway is one of those classic colors in the recent years, I believe. This one is kind of like a lighter nudish brown color. And under comparison, this one I just showed you, it's the Appears to be Tan. You can see Appears to be Tan is a little bit darker and more yellow in a way. So that's the difference there. Then I have DS Classic. This one under comparison again is closer to Going My Way or Norway, but it's even more nude and less brown in it. And it has a lot of silver shimmer. It almost has a holographic kind of feeling to it. This one definitely makes your hand look very manicured. OPI scores a gold. This one came from the Brazil collection. I believe it was a summer collection, so it was a little strange to have such a dark color, but it's really a good color. It's very deep and it has a lot of dustiness in it, but also it definitely still qualifies as a purple. So this is Just Be Clouds. You can see under comparison, Just Be Clouds is a lot more vibrant and reddish leaning, and this one is more like a neutral, deep neutral color, but they both look gorgeous. I have quite a few bluish green mid-tone cream colors from OPI. So those are a few. So you can see the lightest one here is Gelato on My Mind. It's a very just classic minty green color. I think this one looks really summery and pretty, of course. And this one is slightly darker and more blue leaning, and this is called Can't Find My Checkbook. I think this one is very unique because it has that aqua feeling to it. And then this one is much more green and also more dusty, and this is Thanks a Million. So I think all three of them look very pretty. Then I have a true green and kind of like a blue green, I guess. So this green color is You Are So Out of Lime. I think this one is a classic as well. It's okay formula, not my favorite. Green color isn't really the most flattering on my skin tone, but I just like to have the classic on hand. This one is definitely much more of a blue toned green. Let's compare it to a blue. This is Can't Find My Checkbook, so you can see that it's like in between of a green and a blue, and the color of it is My Dog Sled is a hybrid. I think this one is also very classic. I got a few deeper blues from OPI. I think OPI does deeper blues really well, so I tend to like them. So this one first is a metallic midnight blue color. It's Swimsuit Nailed It. This color looks gorgeous, but it stains your nails pretty bad, and this one came out really early for OPI. It was kind of a classic back in the day because how vibrant and deep it was. I think nowadays there are many dupes. I might not keep it in my collection for long. This one is a glitter color and I just recently used it. I love it. This one is called Last Friday Night. It's a sheer blue base, kind of jelly base, and it has a lot of glass effect glitters. You can use it on its own, but it requires like 3-4 coats, or you can use it as a topper. Either way, it's a gorgeous color. Then I have a liquid sand. This one is in the color Get Your Number. This one again is a deep midnight blue, but it has a lot of silver and blue glitters in it. On top of that, because it's a liquid sand finish, it made it really unique looking. The Sky's My Limit is kind of like a deep blue color, but it also has a lot of golden shimmer to it. So it looks rather green in a way, but it definitely is a blue with gold shimmer. Give Me Space is one of those really deep navy blue color, and it almost comes across as a black sometimes, but it has a lot of like silver shimmer in it that makes it a little bit lighter and makes the blue a little bit more recognizable. Then I have those two really deep blue colors, but they both have a lot of purple in it, so sometimes it's a little hard to say if they're really blue or purples, I feel. This lighter one is a cream formula. It's OPI You're So Ural. It's a very unique color. I love it. And this one is much deeper and it's much harder to tell if it's a blue or a purple. I feel it's a deep blue with a lot of purple sheen, and the color is called Russian Navy. I'm a little, I don't know, this one is like really dark. Sometimes it just comes across as a black. I'm a little torn about it. I'm hoping I can wear it soon to make a decision if I want to keep it or not. And then I have a deep purple. This one definitely looks much more purple compared to Russian Navy. You can see that Russian Navy really has a blue leaning effect to it compared to this one. And the purple is in the color Want to Bite My Neck, and it's really vampy and really deep and pretty. Gift cards for everyone. This one is also a similar shade compared to those two. So under comparison, you can see the first one is Russian Navy and this one is Want to Buy My Neck, and then I have the gift card for everyone. They're very similar, but I just can't arrive at a decision to keep or declutter some of them. I'm gonna keep them for now. Dacia Just Love OPI is a more like a mid-tone shimmery purple. This one has a golden sheen to it. This one came a few years ago, but right now I don't think it's that unique anymore. But when it first came out, it was one of those really good ones. So for that reason, I kept it. Another deeper red color, this one is Diva of Geneva. This one is probably my very first bottle of OPI, so it has a lot of sentimental value to me. It's just a kind of like a deeper red with a lot of golden sheen, and under comparison, this is OPI Scores of Gold. I think they actually look similar, but of course this one is more red, especially because of that sheen. It makes it much more redder looking. Samoan Sand is one of my newest addition to my collection. It's a jelly formula. It's just a nude color, and OPI does nudes pretty good. And I got a couple more lighter nudie colors. You can see that Samoan Sand is the most skin toned, I feel, because this one is more purple and this one is more gray. You can see that. So this more purple one is in the color Don't Bossa Nova Me Around. I really love this one on my skin tone. I think it really makes my hands look dainty. And this more gray looking one is in the color Did You Hear About Van Gogh? This one is a classic for me. I don't think the gray tone looks all that great on my hands, but I just love the name of it, so I kept it. A rather unique color that I have here is I Saw Polo Over There. So this one is like a mid-tone color. It has a lot of gray and purple, and it's very dusty. It's just really hard to describe what kind of color it is, but it's gorgeous formula and I love the color of it. I have two silver liquid sand colors. They look really similar, but I just can't get rid of any of them. This one is a chunkier glitter color. It's silver and the color is called It's Frosty Outside. Because of that little chunky glitter, I think it made it really unique looking. The other one is much more whitish compared to silver, you can tell. So this is in the color Solitaire. So they look quite different on the nails. I got another silver color, but this one is not a liquid sand anymore. It's just a good old metallic silver. And this one came from the Coca-Cola collection. It's called My Signature is DC. So you can see it's much similar to this It's Frosty Outside, but of course this Frosty Outside has a chunky glitter inside. This one doesn't. I have three kind of goldish looking colors from OPI. The first one here is more on the unique side because it has a lot of black square glitters, and the color is called Wondrous Star. Then I have Love Angel Music Baby. This one is such a gorgeous color. It's very similar to My Signature is DC, but of course, you know, it's just a different color, but the finish of them is very similar. This one is a really deep gold color. I think compared to Wondrous Star, they're very similar, but of course it doesn't have those matte black glitters. And the color of it is called All Sparkly and Gold. I think it's a very interesting take on gold color. They're really dirty looking and like really aged feeling, so I really like that about those two polishes. I got a few darker shimmery colors from OPI. I think OPI also does this formula really nice. Actually, I have one that is a liquid sand. This is probably my all-time favorite OPI ever. This is Alcatraz Rocks. It's in this deeper purple jelly base and it has a lot of golden shimmer, but if you top it off with regular top coat, it really, like, all the glitters shine through. It's gorgeous. Then I have number one Nemesis. This one is a little bit more on the boring side. It's a deep gray with a very strong olive tone and it has a lot of golden shimmer. It's a little hard to describe, but on the nails I don't think it stands out that much. And then this one, I believe it's a repackaged product. It's called Frog in My Throat. But I think originally it was a Sephora by OPI polish. It was to honor like an anniversary of a certain Sephora store, I believe. Anyways, I think this one looks pretty unique. It has a lot of multi-chrome sharp glitters and some silver glitters inside. It looks amazing. I have a metallic-y kind of shimmery glitter color. This one has a lot of silver and blue in it, and the color is called Shine For Me. I believe this came from a 50 Shades of Grey collection. And I have this kind of like a pukey color. It's a little hard to describe. It's weird, like yellow-green, you know? And this is Don't Talk Bach to Me. I think it's really unique color, so I love that one. I have a gray. This one is a new addition as well. I haven't really tried it. You can see the sticker still on it. It's called I Can Never Hut Up. It's just a typical gray color. Then I have a hearing problem. This one is a very unique kind of greenish gray color, and it has a lot of silver shimmer in it. I think this came out pretty early, and back the day it was like a big deal. This color just looks so different. All right, all the rest I have now are glitter colors, either being a opaque on its own kind of glitter, or it's like a glitter topper. I really enjoy OPI glitters because I think they're just something kind of different, and I just enjoy them. The first one here is in a pretty bad shape. I'm pretty sure I have to add in a lot of thinner inside because it's pretty much like a solid chunk now. This is in the color Orange You Fantastic. It came from the Coca-Cola collection. I think it's a pretty shade. My two all-time favorite glitters out of all brands, out of all time, are those two. They're both from OPI. And even though one is a black looking one is a white looking one, but I think they're really similar in a way because they both have those like chunkier glass kind of effect glitters. But this darker one is in the color Comet in the Sky. It's mixed in with a lot of black glitters, especially over some pastel colors. It just looks amazingly good. And then this lighter one is just mixed in with white glitters, and it's in the color Snow Global Trotter. I love those two. They're so amazing. And this glitter is more colorful and kind of cheering, I guess, and it is in the color To Be or Not to Beagle. It's from the Peanut collection. I really like this over a metallic silver. I think that's a really interesting combination, but it always turns out really nicely. The Power of Pink is one of those breast cancer awareness polish, and it's in this more sheer baby pink base, and it has a lot of hot pink and white glitters. This one, I'm a little torn about it because used as a topper, it's a little bit too dense. And if you use it on its own, then it comes a little bit too busy and chunky. So I haven't quite figured out a way to use this a way that I really enjoy, but I think it's unique enough, I want to keep it. The next one here is in a clear base, and it has a lot of like micro fine silver shimmer and some white glitters. It looks very interesting and different and dainty, so I like that one. And then on the opposite side of dainty, this one is nothing but chunky, hollow glitters, and they're silver and they're all the same size. What I like to do is to take out the little glitters and place them on my nails. Anyways, the color of it is I Snow You Love Me. Couple pinks here. I love both of them a lot. This lighter pink color is called Let's Do Anything We Want. It's in a lot of those metallic pink glitters and some matte white glitters, so I think that one looks really interesting. And this one, I really enjoy it because the majority of the glitter is lighter pink color with some like very light colored champagne glitters, but it has those accent blue glitters that makes it really different looking. This one is called Muppet World Tour. My Voice is a Little Norse. This one, actually I had a story because I lost it, but like I missed it so much, so I had to buy another one. It's a silver hollow glitter. It looks really intense and really sparkly. The very last one now is called Gaining Momentum. This one is in gold color and it has a lot of sharp glitters. It's simple, but it looks very amazing, so I enjoyed that one as well. Alright, so that's all of my OPI collection. I know that's a lot to go through, and I tried to make it as fast as possible. Hopefully I still gave you some useful information and comparisons. And let me know if you like me doing my collection this way. If you do enjoy it, I can do all the rest of my collections this way as well. And I'm still planning on doing a big declutter of all my nail polishes, so I expect a lot of brands, a lot of my collection would change dramatically in the next couple of months. So maybe I would refilm some of my other brands that I've done before too. Click like so I would know that you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.